Hi, Rich Kettner here. Welcome to Starry Night Guitars. The purpose of my channel is to share some of the lessons I've learned over my 50 plus years of playing guitar. I've studied with great teachers and I've learned things by trial and error, but also things that I've learned from chance encounters with other guitar players. So I'd ask you, as you watch this video, if you get some information out of it and find it useful, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about two of those encounters that I had over my journey as a guitar player that dramatically changed the way I play guitar. When I was young, at 17, I went into the Marine Corps to be in one of the Marine bands as a trumpet player, but I already played guitar then. So when I got stationed at a band, I always had a guitar, and I'd sit out on the porch and play. And I'd meet guys that would come by and say, well, I play guitar, and I'd let them have the guitar, and they'd invariably play something like, or, you know, if even that, you know, usually they didn't play much guitar. So I was out there one night, and this guy walked by, a guy I'd never seen before. He goes, oh, hey, I play guitar, I could check it out. I said, sure. I gave him my guitar, and he started playing this. And I just freaked out. I said, whoa, don't go anywhere. And I ran back in our barracks and grabbed another guitar and came out and got this guy to show me this. So what was unique about this is he was playing with his fingers, so more of a finger style thing. And I'm not sure if you could tell by watching me, but I was playing the inside 4 strings. So 5, 4, 3, 2. Usually not hitting 1, not hitting 6, or not strumming. But what I was doing, the first chord is based off of a C major 7. If you don't know that, you probably all know a C chord. If I pick up my index, it becomes major 7. The scale degrees you have in a major 7 chord, 1, 3, 5, major 7, or natural 7. Well, what this guy was playing was a C major 9. And a major 9 chord, the scale degrees are 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So the cool thing was he played that chord, but then he's also alternating the bass notes from the 5th string to 6th string. So it's kind of sounding like a bass player, boom, boom, boom. Then his next chord, he plays the exact same shape, a major 7 or major 9 chord, but moves up to where my middle fingers on 6, it's an E flat major 9. Alternate the bass note. Next chord is a D minor 9 chord. Frets are, again, 5, 4, 3, 2, the strings. 5th fret, 3rd fret, 5th fret, 5th fret. You might be familiar with D minor 7 or D minor. Again, this is just more extensions. Scale degrees 1, flat 3, flat 7, 9. Alternating bass notes. And then this is the coolest chord, I thought. C sharp 7, sharp 9. If you're familiar with Jimi Hendrix, Purple Haze. Some people call that the Jimi Hendrix chord. It's really a 7 sharp 9 chord. While we're playing that, the down on frets 4, 3, 4, 5. So what I find cool about it was from the D minor 9, my index finger and my pinky are going to stay in the same exact fret, but my middle finger and my ring finger will move down 1 fret. So this becomes this. And then it goes back to the major 9. Now, for those of you that have not played jazz chords, you might hear, particularly in this chord here, a lot of dissonance. Dissonance meaning notes that don't seem to line up, but they kind of sound a little harsh to your ear. So real quick, if you think about it, all great music, all exciting movies or books or plays have tension and release. There are moments when there's drama or scary things happen, and then there's dialogue and it calms down again. And great music is the same way. Now, why some people don't like jazz is for them it's too much tension and not enough release. So for you, I love that sound. I love this sound. For you, that may be very tense and sound like wrong notes. But then usually what jazz musicians do when there's tension is the next chord, it will release it or resolve it. So like resolution is peaceful or calm. Dissonance is tension, and it's all about how one resolves it. So again, the chords were C major 9, E flat major 9, D minor 9. You can think of it as C sharp 7 sharp 9, or D flat 7 sharp 9, and then C major 9. And then that whole section would repeat, and to turn that section around, what he played essentially was an F chord, but an F over a G bass. So I'm switching, instead of playing the F, ring finger, middle, index, index, I'm putting my ring finger on the G, on the 3rd fret of my 6th string, and I'm playing the F with the other 3 fingers. So it really is a G, even though it's on paper, it might say F/G. It's actually a G, let's see, here's G7, 9, that's like the 11th. Anyway, point is, it's not a C major 7, right? And the point of the lesson was, I couldn't play that with a pick. You couldn't go. Or at least not as effective as he did. So prior to meeting this guy, I played chords like this with my fingers, influenced by James Taylor. Just a little bit, not very much. But to play what this guy showed me, it was a whole new technique that while I understood instantly what he was doing, it took me about 6 months of practice to slowly assimilate that into my playing. And that's had a big impact on my playing now. I still, when I play behind solos in jazz, it's called comping, meaning like accompanying, playing the chords behind someone. Instead of using a pick, I almost always play with my fingernails. I just find there's a sound that I really enjoy that I can't get with a pick. So that was one encounter. Another encounter, I was still in the Marine Corps, and we went on a trip to San Francisco. And there was a Navy band at the San Francisco base. This was Treasure Island, San Francisco. And some of my buddies knew the guitar player in a band there in the Navy base. And besides having the military band, they had his job was to be in a rock band. They played contemporary rock music or even jazz fusion stuff as their assignment in this band. So I got together with him when we were jamming. And prior to meeting this guy, if I was going to play a minor bar chord, so here's an A minor, right? A minor 7. I'm playing 5, 7, 5, 5, 5, 5. Or the traditional minor chord you might know would be 5, 7, 7, 5, 5, 5. That's the way I played it. And then I saw this guy do this. He barred all these notes with his ring finger and played and muted the 5th string and played the 6th string with his middle finger. So he's doing this. And the reason for that was he was doing things like all this movement around the neck, and it just was easier, or more efficient. Also, he was doing things like funk things. It just sounded much cooler doing rather than doing the whole bar like this. Another reason is playing this shape doubles a lot of the intervals. Here we're playing 1, 5, 1, flat 3, 5, 1. So you only play the third once. And the note that really gives it its color the most would be the root or the flat third of the seventh. And so in this chord, we're not playing a seventh at all. We're playing the third only once. But in this shape, I'm playing flat 7, that's a color tune. Flat 3, 5, 1. So to my ears, this is much more interesting than that. Now, you may not hear a whole bunch of difference, but once I started playing that shape, and then I incorporated some of the previous lesson of the playing with fingers, it really kind of opened up a whole new world to me in guitar playing. So my point to you would be, every time you meet someone new, have your ears open and be open to learn from everyone. Now, again, I lean kind of more toward jazz, but I can hear certain country guitar players, and I can hear that they're brilliant, or heavy metal players, or fusion players, or classical musicians. You can learn from everyone. Even sometimes learn from, well, I don't like that. I don't ever want to do that in my playing. But you can learn from everyone. And hopefully you'll have some of the encounters like I did, where someone will show you something and it will just blow your mind and have a big impact on your playing as you move forward. So, hope you enjoyed this, and I encourage you to come back. If you enjoyed this or liked the video, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit the like button, and until next time, keep playing and having fun. God bless. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.